Remember me, Chris? Yes, I know your name. Perhaps this is more familiar? Hello, Christopher. You see, I've resumed my original profession. You never questioned where all that juicy information was coming from. That's what I love about the Americans. One finger up the nose and the other on the remote control. You were also busy entertaining yourselves to death, while our great nation was busy. Busy liberating Europe from the same fate. Our horizon grew, while yours has faded out.
Hey guys, welcome back to a very special episode of Freedom Fighters. As it turns out, we have been tricked. Mr. Jones was Colonel Bulba all along, the head of the KGB, and we have done his dirty work. What a twist. Okay, I don't want to shit all over this because it certainly isn't the worst twist in video game history, but it also isn't entirely unexpected. I mean, both characters have the same voice actor and Mr. Jones was absent when the game introduced Colonel Bulba. And it's not such a bad idea to organize the resistance yourself, so you can later dispatch all the undesirables in one easy go. But the Colonel also used us to get rid of Tatarin and to advance his own power. What a slinky motherfucker. Anyway, it seems like Chris is the last freedom fighter in New York City and that the rest is either dead or captured. Except that one guy from the cutscene, but he probably got the fuck out as soon as he understood what was going on.
This foolish bravery will cost you your life, Chris.
This is another neat aspect of this level. Colonel Bulba will constantly talk to Chris and he will change his tone, going from friendly to really menacing. And I really like the voice actor, I think he's doing a very good job at it. I'm still carrying the revolver from the last mission and this level is actually pretty perfect to use it. Due to the cramped environments, the inaccuracy really doesn't matter. And just like that, our fun time with the revolver ends. Just bear with me for a moment while I'm going to look for a new pistol.
I don't wish any further bloodshed in this theater. We have won, Chris. You must see that. Your cause has ended.
Such a great voice actor, I tell you. I really like this section. And I kept the sniper rifle precisely for the upcoming room. There are a lot of soldiers on each side of the room and it's pretty painful to deal with them with a normal gun. One thing I would like to point out here is that the Soviet soldiers also changed their outfits. They are wearing their winter uniforms now, because it's snowing outside. It's a pretty nice touch, I think. No idea where that shot came from. As you can see, there are a bunch of soldiers on the other side, and crossing the water while they are still alive is suicide.
Where are your precious freedom fighters, Christopher? You're all alone. Surrender now and we'll leave you your dignity.
Yeah, right. I guess that was the guy who was shooting at me before. There is a stash of weapons and equipment up here and something else that I really want to have in this level. Since I am basically all out of bullets, I'm going to make good use of my throwing weapons here. If I were only more skilled at throwing. I'm sorry.
I will spare the lives of your friends if you surrender now. Simply lay down your weapon and show yourself. Surely you don't wish any harm to come to them?
And here is the weapon that I really want for this level, the rocket launcher. Not only will it be very effective in the cramped areas, but there's also a new enemy type in this level, and these enemies require a lot of firepower. And this is one of the few opportunities in the game to have a fully loaded rocket launcher. 10 rockets, yeah baby, let's go to town. The splash effect of the launcher is a bit smaller than what you would expect, but it's still pretty powerful in here.
Enough! My patience is at an end. You will live to regret your actions.
I really wonder how he can make his voice to be heard so clearly. Maybe he's using a big ass megaphone and is shouting into a sewer grate? I don't know. There's a fork here, but one of the ways just leads to a dead end, so let's take the right way. I have a better idea. Well, that kind of backfired. But here you could see why I said that the splash isn't as big as you would think. I'm also going all out on purpose because it really isn't interesting to watch me creep behind cover and carefully shoot all of the Soviets. Explosions are way more fun.
You have no options left, please. There is only one way out for you now. I will see to that, personally.
Well, up until now you have been all talk and no walk, Bulba. Step up your game, son. This just leads to another dead end. And for some reason the background music stops at this point. It will come back in a moment, but it's still very noticeable because the background music was very persistent in all the levels before. Yeah, I have no idea why that happens. I'm running pretty low on ammo at this point, but I don't want to drop the launcher. Believe me, I have a reason for that. And we are almost at the point where the music will come back, so no worries. I thought about overlaying a piece of the soundtrack, but ultimately it's not long enough to really warrant that.
Do not make me angry, Christopher. I have tried to reason with you. Do not try my patience further.
Such a great voice actor. The shifting from normal to menacing is very, very cool. And he is really menacing when he wants to be. And now we are approaching the last leg of the level and we are getting ever closer to the new enemy type. No, it's not that in the distance, but you will see him in a moment. And there he is, the heavy Russian soldier. I especially brought the rocket launcher for him, but whoops, I killed him with grenades. Oh well, we still had fun with the launcher, didn't we?
I will punish you for your impudence. Your struggle ends here.
The heavy Russian soldiers are decked out in armor and can take a fuck ton of shots. You really have to use explosive weapons on them. And also, due to the armor, they won't flinch when you shoot at them. Normal soldiers will flinch and stop shooting at you when hit. They won't. And they also carry machine guns. This gun is exactly like the mounted machine gun, only that it's a bit more inaccurate. And it's my favorite gun in the game. Believe me, I'm going to use this baby a whole lot because it's really awesome. You really have to fire it in short bursts because it kicks like a fucking mule, but on the other hand it kills soldiers really quickly. I had to do a bit of work with the mouse during that auto spray. Believe me, the kick is really noticeable.
Chris, stop this foolishness. We know you are here. It is only a matter of time before we find you. Show yourself, and we will be gentle with you.
Yeah, right, Bulba, fat chance.
Just keep up with me. I got a hideout over this way. The Reds ain't never gonna find us up here.
Man, I'm glad you survived. And Baxton. Fuck, why did it have to be Baxton? Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the following cutscene. See you next time.
This is Tatiana Kempinski at SAFN Studios in New York. The Soviet armed forces have tonight declared a total victory over the underground rebellion. After numerous barbaric attacks by the rebels on Soviet bases in each borough of New York, the situation is finally under control. We continue to receive reports of minor incidents around the city, but it is clear that the rebels have been defeated. Tragically, our beloved Commander-in-Chief, General Tatarin, has paid the ultimate price in his relentless fight against the Freedom Phantom and his henchmen. He was assassinated earlier tonight in a dastardly rebel ambush. We go live now to Governor's Island, where the funeral ceremony is about to commence.
Comrades, this is indeed a day of infamy. We are gathered here today to bid farewell to our great leader. We came to restore law and order, to secure peace and stability in this region, and save the American citizens from brutality and exploitation. And this is the brave general's reward. He shall not have died in vain. As second in command, I respectfully take his place, and I vow today to track down the cowardly scum who committed this outrage. I swear revenge today on the so-called Freedom Phantom, Christopher Stone, and puny army of remaining rebels for the brutal killing of our beloved leader, Tatarin. Stone, your days are numbered. You and your followers will be flushed out and destroyed like sewer rats. Long live the Soviet Union! Long live the revolution! Long live Soviet government of the United States!